first we are going to implement about the default function or non-parameterized function. So to implement the function, first we need to understand the things, how can we write a source code on our IDE. Number 1, return type of the function. Number 2, name of the function. Number 3, parameter list of the function. Number 4, body of the function. Okay, these are the 4 different things we should remember while we are writing a function in our source code. So first is return type. First I am taking here void. It means the function will not return any value. If I am taking a void, it means the function will not return any value. Always we remember one thing, return type and data type both are different things. While we are talking about the data type, we were talking about the variables. How much data consumed by the variable, this thing we should be remember at the time of declaring a data with the type of data. So return type and data type, don't be confused in this manner. Okay, return type is just which type of value returned by the function. But for data type, how much memory consumed by the variable and what is the type of variable. So these 2 things always be discussed while we are discussing about the data type. Void is a return type, not data type. Void is a return type, but void is not a data type. So remember this difference all the time while you are using return type and data type. Okay. So here the first is void, return type of the function, then the function name. So I am taking some function name, like I am taking here modify. We have taken the function name modify. In this modify, we pass the parameter or not. It depends on the non-parameterized or parameterized. So we are using here non-parameterized default function. So in this we are not going to pass any parameter. Okay, and after that function body. This is the way of writing a source code for the function. You should remember these points always. So here in this function we will write some source code. Okay, we will declare the variable, like we declare the variable int and some number, and this number we will write some value. After this we will take the variable num plus assignment 10. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is this is an expression is this is our expression. Okay, this expression and this expression, this is called plus assignment. Okay, so the meaning of this expression is this, num assignment num plus 10. Okay, after that we will take here cout and we write something inside modify function num value num value, we will receive some value after calculating this. Okay, so we modify the value, like we put value here 10 and it will become 10 plus 10. The 10 will come from this variable and 10 we have given as a literal. Okay, so 10 plus 10, the new value of the num variable is what? 20. My dear, always be remember this point, the value always be stored here on the right hand side. After the expression completes the calculation at right hand side, then the value stored to the variable at left hand side. Okay, so don't be confused with this point. It is not like that the value will come here. No, value only come here. Whatever the value you initialize here, whatever the initialization you have taken here, this only reflects here. Okay, so whenever you put any value, the value coming to the right hand side, after the calculation will be done, then your assignment operator place this right hand side value to the left hand side variable name. Okay, so that's why always calculation will be at the right hand side. Okay, this is called initialization of variable, or you can say declaration and definition of variable. Anything, whatever you want, you can say. Okay, so initialization or declaration definition is the same thing. Okay, so after computing this, you will have some value here. Now inside the main body, what do you want to call? You want to call the method. Okay, what is the method or function? The function is modify. Just modify this function you called, and you see here, this is the definition of the function. This is what? This is definition of function. This is function calling. This is function calling. And I told you one more thing for declaration. If we want to declare a function, so we will do like this. Only the return type here, because we do not have any parameter list, so we don't need to write the parameter list in this case. This and this is the function declaration. But if you are not declaring any function, your compiler will not give any error. But as a programmer, if you are a good programmer, it is better practice to declare the functions. Okay, this is function declaration. So three things we have to implement a function. Number one, function declaration. Number two, function definition. Number three, function calling. Okay, and main is a integer type, so that's why what we'll do, return 0. Okay, to return the value, this value will be returning to the operating system. Okay, and this is only to hold the screen, and this one the function calling. So this is our source code for implement a simple function in C++. The main we know very well, our program always starts from the main. So this is the entry point of our program. This is the entry point of the program. So always starts from here. Program control comes to the main, then enters to the main body. Inside the main body, it finds the first statement function calling. Whenever it finds the function calling, our program control directly goes to the function definition. Whenever it comes to the function definition, it executes this source code. After completing the execution of this source code, our program control come back to the same position from where it has gone. Okay, to inside the main body as well. Okay, it comes back here. After that, it comes to the next statement and then the next statement and come out of the main body. This is the full process of executing a source code in the functions. So you can see the full source code is like that. This is the whole source code of the function. This is the whole source code of the function. Okay. Now, whenever we execute it, we can see here inside the modify, the value of num is what now? 20. It is modified. Okay, it was 10 and now it becomes 20. It's okay. So now it is default function or non-parameterized function. Now we are going to implement parameterized functions. For parameterized function, we should have some parameters. So what we'll do in this case, we pass some parameters. So which kind of parameters you want to pass, accordingly you will just take the function declaration, type of parameters, number of parameters. So here, like we are taking a type of parameter, we have taken two parameters float type. Okay, so whatever the type of parameter you have taken, the same type of parameter you need to be taking at the time of definition of the function. You have taken, but at the time of definition of the function, you should keep the name of the parameters. Okay, so we are taking here the name of the parameters. At the time of declaration, it is not compulsory. At the time of declaration, it is not compulsory, but at the time of definition, the name of parameters are compulsory. Inside that, you will take any type of change. So you have given some number and you have given arithmetic operation n1 plus n2. Okay, so this is the function definition, and here we are just using a arithmetic operation. It's an arithmetic expression. This is an arithmetic expression. So now it is not required for us. Here, what is the value? Whatever the value of n1 and n2 we will give, the particular value will be just calculating and store the value to the variable, and after that the value store here. Okay, so from where we pass this value, we are talking about parameterized function call by value. Call by value, because we didn't pass any address here. What we are passing here? The value. Function calling for call by value. Okay, so we need to pass some values here. The values like 20.09 f comma 30.78 f. I have given this modifier while you are using Visual Studio. While you are using Visual Studio, you need to give f modifier while you are using a float type. If you are using a double type, no need of any format specifier here. But while you are using float in Visual Studio, it is compulsory to write. If you are using long, also L is required to write with the value. Okay, so it is only to describe the format, which type of value we are providing to our system. So we are providing here float type, so we are using here f. So it doesn't matter, you can take capital F or small f, and the same for long, you can take small l or capital L. Okay, so this is only for describe to the system is a float type value. So what you understand here, it is a function call by value. We pass the values here. We pass the values here, and here what we are doing for the definition part, whatever the type of value you are taking, the same type of parameter you should have in your definition part. So you are seeing here, it is a float type, it is a float type, it is a again float type, so it is also a float type. How many parameters? 1 and 2. So here should be 1 and 2. So number of parameters and type of parameter should be match. Number of parameters and type of parameter should be match. At the time of declaration, we just have given some instructions to our system. Number 1, return type of the function. Number 2, name of the function. Number 3, type of parameters and number of parameters. Okay, these are the 4 things we described while we declare a function to our system. Okay, so after that, this is the definition and this is the main body. Inside the main body, we pass the value to the function. This is called call by value. This is the whole program for call by value. It is a parameterized method. Okay, parameterized method call by value. While we execute this program, we can check here what is the value we have given here. 20.09, 30.78. So 2030 is about 50, huh? So approximately 51. So we can check here 50.87 is the value after executing this code. So this is what call by value. Now I want to show you one thing. Here I'll take some numbers. Okay, float. This n1 and another n1, n2 are different. Okay, it's just declaration of variable. Declaration of variables n1 and n2. Now we are passing a value for n1 and n2 here. We have given a choice to the user. So first we will take here cout enter n1. Cin we'll take here n1. Okay, the same way we'll take for n2. This is for n2. So we have taken a value for n1 and we have taken a value for n2. After that we pass this value to this function. Okay, here what I want to show you, first you will check here, modify function will call. Okay, and we will take here n1 and n2. These n1 and n2, I am telling you all the time, these n1 and n2 are different from these n1 and n2 because scope of this n1 and n2 only inside the main body. Okay, and scope of this n1 and n2 is only inside the modify body. So both are different. You can take a same name or different name, for your system is different. How can we understand this? This we can understand easily. See out inside modify, address, first address for what? Address of n1. Okay, address of n1. So for address what we'll use? ampersand. Okay, so address of n1 and second is n2. Address of n2. Address of n1 ampersand n1, then and n2, it will give the address of n2 here inside modify. Now inside main, address of n1 and n2 inside main or inside modify. So you can check the full program here. This is the whole program. This is a definition part. Inside definition we pass two float type values, we calculate it, and after that we just give the value, and after that here we just want to understand what is the address of the variable here, and after that the same, after calling function we are checking a address here also in our main body. So this is for main body, this is for modify function body. Okay, the both things we can check here. So this is the full program for our parameterized function called by value. While you execute this program, you can check here first is it is asking about the value for n1. So we have given the value. Second, it is asking for value of n2. Now you see here the results. The sum is 100.54. Inside modify, address of n1 is this, n2 is this. Address of n1 inside the main, address of n1 is this, and inside main n2 address is this. Now here we want to express one more thing about the modification of the values to the variable. So here we can check the value for n1 and n2. We will print this value. We will print this value one time inside the main body. We will print this value inside the main body. Inside main, okay. This is inside modify. So you can see the difference, the value of n1 and n2. This is n1 n2 value inside the main body, and this n1 n2 value inside the modify body. You can check the values. The values we have given inside the main and values we have given inside the modify are same, because we are passing the same values, okay. Now if I modify this value by something, like I am taking here 1 0, okay, and I am taking here also 10, I increase by 10 these values, okay, I increase by 10. So this modification you will check now. For n1 I put like 123 point something and 345.9. So you check here, the inside the modify, the value of n1 n2 is 133 and 355, but inside the main function we have a value 123 and 345, the same value. So original value inside the main body, whatever we have it is not changed, it is not changed. So what is the meaning of this? The original value not modified. The meaning is original value not modified. So it means original value not modified. Okay. Now we are going to convert it to the next level. Call by reference. First is original values not modified for variable n1 and n2. Okay, for variable n1 and n2 original values are not modified. Now we are going to convert it to call by reference. So for call by reference, what is the change here? Just we pass the reference. We pass the reference of n1 and n2. After passing reference, how can we collect this reference? We can collect this reference only by the help of pointer dereference operator. Okay, so dereference operator is asterisk. So here again the same. So here we need to take everywhere dereference operator. Okay, whenever we take dereference operator, it becomes value. Okay, and we don't need to take here because we are passing address here. Okay, so address is what? Directly n2. N2 is the address now. What is the value? Dereference on n2. When we have a dereference of n2 is the value. If we have directly n2 is the address. So you can see here, just we pass here this thing. This is called call by reference. Okay, this is called call by reference. Okay, function calling for call by reference and function definition for call by reference. Here we use the dereference operator for function declaration. Just we change this and you see the change in your output. First value, second value, check the difference. Same memory location. We have a same memory location. The memory locations are same. Yes, these are the values you are seeing, n1 and n2, whatever you have given here. Okay, if you want to see the change of these values, how can we see this? But you can first understand the address. Address is same. Yeah, both addresses for n2 here F155 to F152 DA FA B4, F152 DA FA B4, the same address for n2. For n1 F152 DA FA 94, F152 DA FA 94, the same address. Yeah, so here we are receiving the same address for both modify and the main function. This is means we are directly interacting to the hardware of the system. We are directly interacting to the memory of the system. Okay, the same location. Now we check here the value to be modified. Whatever the value we have, we are receiving the same value or not. Okay, we will do one thing here. Asterisk, we just modify the value, nothing else. Asterisk n1 plus assignment, how much we increase here? 10. The same we will do for n2. Asterisk n2 plus assignment 10. We increase the value of n1 and n2 both. Okay, so here we just pass n1 now and here we pass just n2 now. After this, if we will check, you can see here the value you modified inside the modify function, but you are seeing the same value inside the main function. you see the same value inside the main function. So here we understand here the original values modified. We understand here the original values modified by call by reference. So during the call by reference, whatever the parameters we are using, the address we are passing, and this address is directly accessing the value of the address. Okay, that's why the change is permanent here. And we can see inside the modify, this is only the sum of two numbers, so we have given the sum of two numbers. Then inside modify, we can see address of variable n1 is this, n2 is this, and the same address we are seeing in main body. So the same address we have inside the main body, same address we have inside the modify body. It means we are directly interacting with the location of the variable, okay, memory of the variable. This change we made inside the modify body, because the change is permanent. Original value 789.90 and the new value for n1 is 799.9. The old value for n2 is 675 and the new value for n2 is 685. And we are seeing the same value inside the main body n1 and n2. Whatever the change we made inside the modify body, the same change we have seen inside the main body. What is the meaning of it? The meaning is original value of n1 n2 has been modified and the change is permanent. So this is the particular conclusion of this call by value, call by reference, and the non-parameterized function or default function.